Good morning and welcome to the channel. My name's Andy at Lawrenceville Garage. We all love working on our cars and trucks. We really like tools. We really like cheap tools. And if they're free, you just don't get any better than that. In this video, I want to show you a tool I made that's been an enormous help to me in a number of situations. It'll work on LS engines, Dodge Rams, and Jeeps. Any of those engines that have a mechanical fan that you need to remove, it can be a real pain in the butt. Well, let me show you the tool I made and how it makes it a lot simpler. I know that there are specific tools that are made for this exact task, to remove the viscous fan or the mechanical fan from the engine while it's in the car or in any situation. But if it's in the truck or the car, it's difficult to do because there's very limited room to work with. This is what I found works really well. Now, all this looks a bit much. Actually, this is two different ones. In order to reach the nut on the fan, you need a big wrench. In my case, I don't have the correct wrench. I have a crescent wrench. Now, when you mount this, get this mounted on the front of the engine, you have about this much to work with. There's no leverage. So to give us leverage, I'm going to take this bar, and this came off of a jack. And I'm going to put it on here along with a couple of worm clamps. And these are some clamps I had just laying around the shop. They don't have to be pretty. They don't have to be nice. They just have to do the job. Now that we've got that made, what you need specifically for the engine is on the front of the fan pulley on the water pump, there are 4 holes. In this case, this is an actual tool for that, but you can see you can only grab it with your hand. You can't get any leverage whatsoever. So with this, I positioned these 2 pins into the correct holes. This is for the Jeep and the Dodge. Put them in the correct holes, and I spot welded where it was hinged. That way it won't move. Then I just took a piece of angle iron and welded it inside of it and trimmed the angle iron down and made it more narrow so that it would clear everything. And it's got plenty of length so I can pull on it. For the LS, even cheaper, 2 pieces of angle iron. I drilled 2 holes at the correct distance for the holes on the pulley, and I put in 2 bolts and I spot welded those in place. I had to cut a notch out here just so that the center threaded portion of the pulley would have clearance. Let me show you how this works in a true application. Okay, as I mentioned before, you see on this pulley, there's 4 holes. They're all evenly spaced, so it doesn't matter which ones you choose. This angle iron has 2 holes, and I put 2 bolts in it. Those bolts line up with 2 of those holes like that. And I notched it here. It's notched more than it needs to be, but it's to clear the center hub. So you can see with this extra leverage of this bar, it extends well above the intake manifold. It's really easy to get a hold of this and hold this pulley in place so that as you're turning the nut on the fan, the whole pulley doesn't slip. Let me show you on an actual fan. Okay, here's an actual engine we have in the shop that has the fan mounted on it. And it has not, I've never taken this off before. First, I'm going to set this down in here and find the 2 holes. There they are, right there. That way I can turn the whole thing. Now, I'm going to get my crescent wrench down in there and remove the nut. And there it is. This sucker was tight. Take that out. And once it's like that, now you can spin it off. And there you have it. It's my tip for the day for the cheap tool. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate a thumbs up and a like and subscribe. Check in the next video.